I was talking to both Elon and Mark last night. Both guys are absolutely dead serious about this. They both want to do it. Mark Zuckerberg hit me up first and said, "Is he serious?" And I said, "I don't know. Let me ask him." I asked him and he said, "Yeah, I'm dead serious. This would be the biggest fight ever in the history of the world. Bigger than anything that's ever been done. It would break all pay-per-view records. These guys would raise, hundreds of millions of dollars for charity. And, you don't have to be a fight fan to be interested in this fight. Everybody would want to see it."
I'm torn as a fight fan, as a MMA fan for the last 15, 16 years, because the sport of mixed martial arts is one that has been misunderstood for a very long time. And even I think most people that have discovered it now because of this potential spectacle is they aren't fans of the sport. They don't know the nuances of the sport. So I think, I think it's quite weird because it's two amateurs. I think Zuck is much better than Elon, but I don't think Elon's ever trained a day in his life, especially when it comes to jiu-jitsu or, mixed martial arts as a whole. Maybe he did some karate as a kid or jiu-jitsu or boxing or something. That might translate a little bit, but I think it's just, it is a public spectacle that two of the most famous and wealthiest people in the world are going to fight. That doesn't happen that often. So I think it's going to be fun to watch just for that if it ends up happening. But I think as a sort of fight, it's going to be very easily won by Mark. It's not even a contest.
$100 for tickets, huh? That's almost tempting to go and actually watch it. What a bizarre turn of events, but I can't help but be pretty entertained by it. I will say, I think my money's on Zuck.
They could make it really interesting and put a bunch of shares of their companies on the line. If Zuck loses, he can give 5% of his Facebook holdings to charity, and if Elon loses, same thing for maybe not Twitter, maybe one of his profitable companies.
I think their company shares are on the line, right? Like the market will definitely react at some capacity to all of this insanity. I mean, what is the game theory here around like who loses, who gets knocked out, and how it affects all of their public companies?
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you're absolutely right. I'm obviously just making a joke, but also it would make it more interesting. I guess it's just, I think it's a bizarre thing to see, but hey, it's their money, it's their companies. If they want to risk whatever market damage might come from them doing this, I mean, so be it. It might also go the other way. It could make these two somehow a little bit more human to some of their detractors and some of the people who might not use their products now. And this could end up having some kind of a net benefit for both of their companies just because of that. I don't know. Weird stuff.
Alexa, call the special guest referee.
Imagine if they could pair it with a McGregor fight.
The idea of the McGregor fight being second on the ticket is hilarious.
You can't stop a 1950s refrigerator, so I don't know. I think if Zuck ended up under Elon in any way at all, it would be over. He would just smother him to death. He wouldn't be able to get out. That would be the end of it. And it would be an embarrassment because there would be absolutely no skill involved. The other thing I thought about is, Elon, he knows that he's totally out of shape. Remember someone embarrassed him with that picture, him with his shirt off on that boat. And he was like, yeah, I really got to do something about it. Maybe this is just the only way he could get himself to go to the gym. So he has to set up a fight because the fight could be a year from now or something. So maybe Maybe once it's all officially set up, Elon's going to be like, fuck it, I guess I have to go to the gym now. This is it. And that'll be his motivation. You never know. And then you could do a lot in a year.
Yeah, that one's actually a great point. Everyone's saying that he's big and Mark is agile, but given a year and unlimited resources, Elon could totally turn that big foundation of his into something really usable, and I think that would change the fight completely.
The funniest thing is that if Elon and Mark are preoccupied for a whole year doing nothing but training because they don't want to lose, they could take their eye off the ball of their own companies, and I could just see like Tim Cook just being like, yeah, this is perfect. You know, it'd be really funny because, Tim Cook would be like, oh, I'll just work on this AR VR thing I got going on. And, maybe I can build an Apple car. And meanwhile, Mark and Elon are just spending 24 hours a day in the gym getting ready because they don't want to lose in public, but they'll lose the thing they're winning at right now. That would be pretty ironic. Not that that's going to happen, but I think it would be funny.
LOL, if this was all just a tool for inspiration, a tool to get healthy.
They say if you're trying to accomplish a personal goal, something that's hard for you, something hard to get committed behind, that you should tell your friends and tell your family and just become accountable at that point. Now you've promised everyone, so you really can't back down, and it's almost like a contract with your friends and family. So, when you're the richest person in the world, you probably have to do the same thing, but just a little bit bigger. So maybe that's all this is.
Yeah, it surely has to take a lot of their focus. Imagine just being a tech CEO and randomly you're getting roped into the biggest fight of all time. Like, what the hell?